The story you're about to hear starts with sundappling, fish-shaped cupcakes at Lucas's first birthday pavilion. 72-year-old Mary Silverbun, frayed at the edges, calloused hands from 18 years of weekend digging, runs a finger over a crumpled Polaroid. Her 30-something self muddy and grinning next to a half-excavated hole that would become far more than a koi pond. That sanctuary was a carefully balanced ecosystem, filtration systems keeping water cleaner than the neighborhood, chlorinated pools, koi that controlled insects better than any paid pest service, and an to most of her HOA neighbors an underground drainage network that collected runoff from 43 homes, streets and gutters, easing pressure on overstretched municipal storm drains for nearly 2 decades. But when she drives home that dusk, the yard is a grave. Mounds of industrial-filled dirt, gravel, and a neon-pink HOA notice stuck like a tombstone, blaring in caps, *, unauthorized water feature, eliminated. Mosquito hazard removed. A bitter lie, she thinks, dropping Lucas's leftover cupcake into the dirt as her shoulders shake with quiet, seething grief, not sobs. That night, in her kitchen, she spreads a yellowed blueprint of the drainage system and stares at a weather app screaming in red. * severe thunderstorms. 3 inches in 48 hours. Flash flood watch. There's no triumphant smirk, no vengeful plan, just a slow, deliberate nod. They'd broken the neighborhood's natural balance, and now they'd face the cost. The next 2 days blur into rain and chaos. Storm drains gurgle, then erupt into murky geysers. Mr. Davidson, HOA president, once crisp polo, now soaked through, presses his palm to a flooding basement window. A mom screams as her minivan stalls in a street-turned temporary river, and Mary stands on her porch, rain plastering her gray hair to her skull, holding the Polaroid with no triumph, just quiet recognition that they'd buried their own flood protection. A week later, Davidson knocks. Rubber boots squelching in a puddle that once drained seamlessly to her pond, disheveled and clutching a water-damaged insurance folder. Mary steps out with a thick binder labeled in black and gold, * pond, restoration and ecological ordinance, laying out non-negotiables without letting him speak first. Full excavation of the pond, new high-efficiency filtration, 23 mature koi to replace the ones he'd buried alive, a city ordinance recognizing natural retention ponds as critical residential infrastructure, and his signature on liability for all flood damage. Every stalled car, every hotel bill from displaced families. He signs without arguing, his hands shaking as rain drips from his sleeve onto the paper. A month later, the new pond glints in the sun, crystal water, orange and gold koi gliding under lily pads. Lucas sitting on Mary's lap and dropping pebbles as a curious koi surfaces, making him giggle loud enough to draw a smile from her. Davidson stands at the fence, holding a potted water lily, and they nod a quiet truce. No apologies needed, just an unspoken understanding of the balance they'd nearly lost. As Mary watches Lucas laugh,